y'all, this is Marley K. Hope everybody is well. Today I want to talk about deception and hearing. And I'm going to read something from Revelation 13. I'm going to begin with verse 9. And the reason for the title of this video, If Any Man Have an Ear, Let Him Hear, is because there's so much deception going on, and we are trying to warn people. Now, granted, we are being stopped. A lot of us are being stopped, but a lot of us are able to share information, get glimpses of stuff, and share it with our own people, which is a beautiful thing. And there are a lot of different watchmen. All watchmen don't necessarily believe in the Most High God, but the Most High said He was going to pour out His Spirit among all flesh in the end time, so that all of us can be used if we're open and willing to do the work to share the truth. And so a lot of people are talking about this thing with this deceptions and bringing it out, and it's a wonderful thing. But there are so many of our brothers and sisters who are not getting it because they don't have ears to hear. They got two ears on their head, but they can't hear nothing because their minds are closed, their hearts are closed, their hearts are dirty and hardened because they love this world. And even though they see all this stuff coming, they hear all this stuff coming, they even just the most general thing, gas prices going up and down, groceries going up and down, all these illnesses, people dropping dead suddenly. Uh, it's still not enough to wake up the walking dead. So I just want to talk about deception, and for those of us who do have ears to hear, so that we will remember to continue to look and keep our eyes open, keep our ears open, and pray for those who are like putting their lives on the line to tell the truth. Because at the end of the day, we're all putting our lives on the line for sharing the truth, for talking about the truth, for breaking down these deceptions. Like this, it's something that we can be persecuted for, and we should not take these deceptions lightly, nor should we um, undermine the risk that the watchmen who are spreading the truth are taking on because they want to do the right thing. So, verse 9, Revelation 13, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity, and that's Babylon. This the Gentiles in this country. They don't realize that they're getting ready to go into captivity, and it doesn't matter how much gold or silver they got; they're going into captivity because they've basically enslaved the whole world, and they get ready to do it again. But this time it's going to be a digital slavery. They're doing digital colonization. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. So this is why it's going to be really important for us, Yasharel, to mind your own business. Because we ain't put nobody in captivity. But you can go and try to help them folk if you want to. Them folk, y'all know who them folk are, the children of the corn, have been in support of all these other nations being exploited, people getting killed, going in, destabilizing other people's cultures and ways, and the way that they are governed or rules. What they've done to other people is coming back to them. So it is very important for y'all to stand down and mind your business. When they call them, we need to all work together. We need to help. I don't want no sword. That should be your response. I don't want no sword. We already been under the sword for 430 years. It's time for us to mind our business and and obey the law, statutes, and commandments. Get back to our ways, because not doing so is the reason we're here now. And the Most High told us not to be among these people, so we need to be trying to come out from among them. In part, that will prevent us from experiencing the sword, because your discernment will be up. You won't be conflicted. You won't be getting these dual messages of take this, it's good for you. Do this, it's gonna make you well. Eat this, it's okay. Drink this, you'll be fine. Um, and be distracted by all the other things that they want you distracted with while they are preparing to ensnare and send swords towards you. So come out from among them people. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he doeth great wonders. Now pay attention to this part, because this is the part that um, Watchmen Nehemiah and I had a discussion about, and this is something that bothered me. And this is 13, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on earth in the sight of men. Now, you think about what we've been seeing on Into Thin Air's website, on his channel, in Dutch Sense, where they basically have shown that these energy weapons and these radars being beamed into um, these storm cells, and you talk about these frequencies coming from Antarctica that's heating up the ocean, causing these waves, causing these storms, causing all these things to happen, causing really bad thunder and lightning. You think about all the wildfires. He doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on earth in the sight of men. We literally watching this happen and thinking, oh wow, they're just playing with the weather. No, the Most High told us they were going to do this during this time. And so this is how we know, what time it is in the big scheme of uh, the end of an age. We are at the end. And deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. That image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. So we are in this time where the deception is the greatest that it has ever been. And so when we talk about the fake sun and these dual energy weapons that, they'll create a storm and then all of a sudden it's a wildfire, or something comes out of the sky and then all of a sudden it's a wildfire. And, you know, thousands of people got to be evacuated. Thousands of people are losing their homes. Like that is these are the times that we're living in. And this is why I'm, saying that we have to be prepared, not just for, um, earthquakes and all these other natural occurrences, but we also got to be prepared for this fake stuff, fake weather, the stuff that they're spraying in the sky. We got chemtrails and contrails. We got And you can go outside and look every day. It in a day you can't go by and they ain't spraying the sky. They spray the sky every day, all day and all night. I've been outside. I look up all the time. I see it. I'm like, what in the world is this coming down with these fake, um, making these fake clouds? And not only that, when you look, if you're flying, you could tell the difference beneath the clouds and above the clouds. So when you're flying beneath, the sky looks different. But if you get at a high altitude in the airplane, I had to fly from DC to Detroit to get my flight back home. So I had like a 30-minute, 40-minute layover in Michigan. But when I was up above the clouds, I could see how different the sky looked. Um, they're doing something to the sky. They're doing something to cover the sun or whatever they're trying to do. Or maybe they don't want us to see them making the fire come out of the sky. Who knows what it is that they're trying to hide? But the deception today is great. And so many of their deceptions are being exposed. Here it is years later. They're just now coming out with all the deception from the cough and the lollipops that were issued in 2020 and 2021. And, people are acting like nothing happened. Well, it's getting ready to go into election season and we worried about Trump. Do you know they locked us down for years and gave us concoctions, and all you worried about is Donald Trump being reelected? Like, I just don't understand people. Like, their minds are um, they have such short memories and they're so gullible. But we have to remain open and always seeking truth. We have to look today. You got to look real fast. If somebody sends you something, you need to open it up. If it's something, like P. Wells sent me, I shared something on the community page, and as soon as I shared it, it was taken down by YouTube because it was basically exposing those frequencies that are coming out of Antarctica and how they are impacting the whole globe, and how these frequencies are not just warming up the ocean, but they are churning the waters. So it's going to cause, more water to be absorbed in the clouds, which means when they spray all the stuff in the air and the wind carries it, which I personally believe that's why we got these windmills. These are solar, whatever they're called, windmills. Everything is working against us right now. And, because everything has been done in the name of climate, we're not necessarily putting all these things together. But we got an artificial moon, we got an artificial sun, we have several artificial suns, we got um, fake eclipses, allegedly. We got energy weapons that have been used in war. Now they're being used on us. And everything they've used on war, they're using on us now, even including these drones. You think about these drones, they want to bring drones in to deliver you your stuff from Amazon. Um, these surveillance cameras, they were using these cameras a long time ago on the battlefield. Now you got them in your house as Ring doorbell cameras. Um, we have been deceived. We're constantly living in deceptive times. And so if you do not have ears to hear, you are going to be deceived. And there are a lot of people who don't want to hear what we got to say. And be we just have to be aware that a lot of people are not going to make it out because they don't listen, because they won't hear what we have to say. You can't even get to the fact that, you know, the the beast is doing great wonders and making fire come down from heaven on earth in the sight of men. You can't even tell people that, hey, is somebody spraying stuff on top of your head. Look, the airplane can be flying right over your head. And they'll just be like, that's just a regular airplane. No, it's not. It's not. Do you not see the fumes coming out of the butt? The thing's got fumes coming out of it. It's not a regular airplane. Regular airplanes don't do that. They don't have nothing. That's a special kind of plane doing a special thing to us. Just can't get them to believe it. And so there are a lot of people who do not have ears to hear, and they are going to perish. I just want to remind you to stay open. Don't be so quick to dismiss what you hear. Don't be so slow to not pay attention to the things that people are sharing. I mean, some of the stuff that I've shared is like disappeared. You can't even see it. And I'm not as quick as some people. Like, I need to record this. I can't do that. I'm the old lady. I can't do that. But, if you can, just snatch it. I believe in snatching and recording stuff. Do it. Because then in this hour, you need evidence. Because people are erasing stuff like nobody's business. And people are being reprimanded, having their channels taken down. Poor Dutch Sense, the guy who has been predicting the earthquakes forever. He's like in some hot water. He got governments from other countries on him. Like they shut down his live streams. He has to, he's been going back and forth of doing live streams, not doing live streams. Just he's been trying to warn people about what's coming. And not only is he being silenced, he's having his name basically sullied by the mainstream media. He has had his work taken and explained away in other instances. Like, he's really going through it, but he doesn't give up. And, they shut him down on one platform. He just goes to another platform. He keeps finding ways. He using VPNs. They figure that out and they shut that down. So, like, there's no way. When they want to get you, they get you. But he continues on anyway because he is on a mission of sharing the truth. And I feel that way. There's something very rewarding about sharing the truth with people when the adversary doesn't want you to, when he's tried to stop you. And I've had that happen to me over the last couple of years. I'm like, I don't care if but 3 people hear me. Hey, if those 3 people know something that the rest of the world don't know, good for them. If I can share something that is the truth that's going to prevent people from being deceived, I'm going to share it. I don't care. Only one person sees it. Good. One person saw it. One person won't be deceived. But it's getting hard out here, y'all. It's getting harder to bring the truth. So you gotta pay attention. And there are some signs, there are some things that are happening. I know a lot of people don't necessarily believe that um, the these things can happen, but they are happening right before our eyes. And the word has told us over and over and over again, do not be deceived, because you will pay with your life. It could be your your eternal life too. So we just got to be aware. Continue to try to wake people up. But when you see that people don't have ears to hear and their hearts are closed, you got to move on. You can't keep wasting time with people who don't listen and who won't hear. Um, we all got a mission, but time is winding down. I don't think we're going to have much time on these interwebs because too much truth is coming out. And the adversary didn't realize that his tools was going to be used against him. So he's going to have to shut us down. And you see the pandemic treaty didn't work. So the next thing going to be is war is war, and these it probably communication is going to go down. So we can't talk to each other. So, anytime there's something going on, pay attention to what's happening in the world, and always be suspect of every single thing, because we're living in a time where there are great deceptions, and adversaries got all the tools. The Most High has given him this time to deceive certain people, the majority of the people on this planet, in a lot of different ways, using a lot of different tools. So we have to stay awake. We have to be aware. We must be suspect or suspicious of everything. We can't trust nothing. Our goal is to not be deceived so that we can endure to the end. I want to be in the millennial kingdom. I don't necessarily want to die by the sword, but if I have to, hey, I already know what's coming. I got a greater reward. So, y'all keep prepping, keep praying, stay open, to the Holy Spirit or the Ruach. Have ears to hear, eyes to see, and an open heart so that you can receive truth, because we have been lied to. We have lived in lies. We have lived an entire lifetime. Generations of our people have lived lifetimes of deception. And so this is the hour of uncovering, and we're able to live in truth. We're able to see the truth. Even though it's ugly, it's the truth. So be glad that you can see the truth. Even though it's very tiring, it's very depressing, we are getting truth finally. And you couldn't receive that if you did not have the Ruach or the Holy Spirit. So we're blessed beyond measure, even though it's it's tiring, it's taxing, it's sad, it's depressing. You look at these young children, like, y'all ain't gonna make it. Y'all not gonna even make it to adulthood to get to do the stuff that we did, because they're getting ready to tear up the earth. That's where we are. And even that people believe that they're going to be able to continue to go on as usual is a deception that is very sad, but it is so. Um, and there's nothing we can do about it. Just make sure you're not being deceived. Keep your ears open, people. Love y'all. I'm Marla Kay, and I am out.